Classic All-Star Wrestling, featuring the greatest matches in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And now, here is your host, Adam Parsons.
Fans, hello and welcome once again. Classic All-Star Wrestling. I'm Adam Parsons, and through the territory days, we have guys that were known as journeymen. They go from territory to territory. They're always in the mid-card, maybe tag team. They reach the main event, but they always hold titles. They may not be the top guys, but they're always title holders in territories. And this week, we've got 4 of them right here. You'll get to see Adrian Street and Dr. Tom Pritchard, and they take on the team of the Hustler Rip Rogers and Chris Von Colt. 4 very interesting characters, 4 unique personalities that hails to you from Continental Championship Wrestling there in tag team action. And then fans, another great tag team match here for your main event. It's the dynamic duo, Tully Blanchard and Gino Hernandez, and they take on the team of Ivan Putski and Terry Funk. But first, let's go to that great tag team match from Continental Wrestling.
What I do to you.
Something else I can do.
What I do to you.
With 3 lines and 8 attributes. It is second class. So if you get this person, John. I can put 3 5 through the back at all.
Tell you that what I do to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now in the ring, 225 pounds from the state of Texas, Dr. Tom Pritchard. And ladies and gentlemen, his partner, he is accompanied at ringside by his 2 valets, Miss Brenda and Miss Brenda Finn. He is a South Eastern heavyweight champion, 225 pounds from the Royal Forest City, Exotic Adrian Street.
The exotic Adrian Street now with 2 valets, Miss Brenda and Miss Linda. He won Miss Brenda away from the Hustler Rip Rogers, and so he has now a tag team partner in the Dr. Tom Pritchard, and they're going up against Hustler Rip Rogers and Chris Von Colt. Obviously, Rogers has a lot at stake here, and going into this battle under some extremely adverse conditions. And Chris Von Colt, and look at this. Miss Brenda, not the least bit happy about her function now as a valet. And she is very, very upset, very perturbed over this. Getting set to go. The exotic one, Adrian Street, making no bones about the fact that he may have her as a valet, and I'm talking about Miss Brenda, but it is more to shame the Hustler Rip Rogers than anything else. All right. Dr. Tom Pritchard is the first one out. Let's see who he moves out against. Bit of hurried consultation, and the exotic Adrian Street moving to the opposite corner. Chris Von Colt moving out against Tom Pritchard. Remember this match, an Australian tag team event, 1 fall, 15-minute time limit. Von Colt checking out those ring ropes. Von Colt moves in, duck under, go behind, high waist lift takedown on Pritchard. Pritchard, good sit out and escape by Pritchard. And Pritchard explaining to him in sign language just exactly what he did. All right, Von Colt locks up. Good move by Von Colt. Reversal now by Pritchard. Von Colt makes it to the ring ropes. That'll force the break. All right, once again, Pritchard watching carefully. Pritchard and the exotic Adrian Street as tag team partners. Von Colt. The side headlock on Pritchard. Short chopping right hand into the forehead of Pritchard. Pritchard staggered and over to the ropes. Full Nelson by Chris Von Colt. Good standing reversal by Pritchard and Von Colt. Ring ropes and Pritchard brought him right back to the canvas. The tag is made. The Hustler Rip Rogers gets set to move in. And Rogers is indicating he wants the exotic Adrian Street. And Street wastes no time. And suddenly Rogers decides, well, he'll tag up. The exotic Adrian Street dancing his way around the ring. Holt, a little nonplussed, gets a side headlock up against those ring ropes. Street fires him off, drops him again to Street. Catches. Beautiful lariat that takes Colt to the canvas. And it's Von Colt hurtled into Hustler Rip Rogers. Von Colt protesting and to no avail. Exotic Adrian Street very much in control of the situation here. A special hi to Tracy Scoggins. Von Colt outside the ring once again. Von Colt making his way back into the ring. The exotic Adrian Street, of course, will be part of the big spectacular upcoming at the Alabama Theater on February 15th. He is a writer, composer, singer. And Street now has Hustler Rip Rogers punishing that left arm, has a chin lock on him. Chris Von Colt off the ropes. Catches the exotic one. Again, the tag is made. Hustler Rip Rogers tags up. They quickly double team on the exotic one, Adrian Street, and Street in trouble now, driven to the canvas once again. And now it's Chris Von Colt with a chokehold on the exotic Adrian Street. See Miss Linda outside the ring, obviously very concerned about Adrian Street, and he has caught a hard right hand. Hustler Rip Rogers moves in, plants a boot. The back of the rib cage. And now, the exotic Adrian Street, a series of right hands, but he is dropped. Pritchard reaching over to tag up. Things happening there now. And Pritchard did not make the tag. Apparently was off balance or something because he did not make the tag. And an argument now with Miss Linda and Pritchard about no tag. And situation there. Well, they're double teaming on Street, and Pritchard has walked away. Pritchard has walked away. He had an envelope that Miss Brenda gave him. And the exotic Adrian Street. Oh, brother. That had to be so doggone raunchy. It was unbelievable. There was a payoff there. No question about that. A payoff as Miss Brenda passed an envelope over to Tom Pritchard, and Pritchard just walked away from it. And the exotic Adrian Street he took a count of 3. Hustler Rip Rogers, and that had to be, in my opinion, that had to be a complete payoff. There was some skullduggery going on there, no question about it. The exotic one still dazed and staggered, and Miss Brenda, well, what a Brutus she's turned out to be, an absolute Brutus. For the official word, let's go to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, a time of 6 minutes, 10 seconds. Your winners, Chris Von Colt and Hustler Rip Rogers.
Remember as one of the best.
Hey, I was having an argument with, first of all, I had a cake in the dressing room. Some fan gave me a cake, and I thought it was very appropriate to force, and the fans really loved it. You know, that's force feeding them. I made him eat his lunch. And I don't think he liked it. You know, a lot of sad things happen in wrestling and a lot of funny things, you know. I like funny things because it makes people laugh. I think people should laugh a little more. But you got sad things like things that happen with Wee Willie, for example, with Randy Savage. And Randy Savage going around proud of that. You know, it's like going home and beating up your mother, you know, and go out in the street and brag about it. So, yeah, I beat up Mom. She's in a hospital with 2 broken legs and a broken arm. Something great, you know. You know, beat up a little midget, cripple him for life, you know, something great to brag about. You know, that's Randy Savage.
You know, you're a very controversial wrestler, and I do like to watch you wrestle. I don't always like to be in the same car with you because you drive like a maniac.
Hello, I'm Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express, and I haven't been this excited in a long time because Scooter Morton is going to be coming to wrestling.
Fans, there you go. We talked about the difference in styles from territories. In the WWA, which you got to see in that match with Dick the Bruiser and Andre against Killer Carl Krupp and Ox Baker, was a lot of brawling. But in the Fuller's territory, the largest and oldest family in professional wrestling in Continental, they were very wrestling-based. And that's what you just got to see there with Adrian Street, Tom Pritchard against Rip Rogers and Chris Von Colt, was a lot of wrestling. And now we go to Southwest Championship Wrestling in the Hemisphere Arena. And you're going to see a lot of great wrestling there as well. It's Tully Blanchard, the son of promoter Joe Blanchard, and the handsome half-breed, Gino Hernandez. And they take on the team of former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Terry Funk. And kind of an interesting duo here because he's teaming with Ivan Putski. But be on the lookout. Anything's possible in the Hemisphere Arena. Sold-out crowd. The fans are rabid. You're going to see a lot of great action in this match. Fans, don't forget us next week. A lot more great classic wrestling action. Fans, I'm Adam Parsons saying so long. And now let's go take a look at this great main event.
Well, we have Tully Blanchard and Gino Hernandez, the dynamic duo, are tagging up against Terry Funk and Ivan Putski, kind of an oddball team, but Blanchard and Hernandez have held the Southwest Tag Team Championship for quite a while now. And you can see this from the Hemisphere Arena. Hernandez, nice drop kick. Wow, he really leveled Funk with that. Now cover. Match being joined in progress. You can see Putski kind of breaks that up there. Putski was World Tag Team Champion in that area with Wahoo McDaniels for quite a while, and then left the area, went up to WWF and come back. Nice power drive with that Tully Blanchard. Good night. There's that elbow drop of his, very effective. Now Tubber did not hook the leg, and Funk was able to kick out. Funk, former world's champion, I don't think you're going to get him unless you hook the leg in that situation. Good power driver, however, very effective. Now Funk trying to fight his way in for a tag. Referee checking for a chokehold there. Blanchard trying to block him from making that tag with Putski. Putski about, not very tall, about 5'7", 5'8", but built like a fire plug and just incredibly strong, 22, 23-inch arms. Now tag out back to Blanchard. These guys work well together. Great tag team. Gino, always a real contender. Nice suplex on Punk. And here's that, it's like, yes, this is that elbow drop he has where it's coming a reverse angle. It usually finishes him off. Nope, once again, did not hook the leg, and Punk was able to kick out now twice in a row off what would be considered finish moves. Monk really needing a tag. Oh, there's a nice move. He got rid of Blanchard. Kind of like, almost like the leg sweep or tripped him as he swatted him as he went by. Now a big left hand. Now Funk shoved the referee. That wasn't smart. Another big left hand. Referee didn't. Now, let's see if Funk can make a tag. Yes, he does. And here comes Ivan Putski. And now we got all four of them in the ring. Putski going crazy on Blanchard. Hernandez really clocking Funk. Nice press slam there by Putski, but no referee right now. Now a big right hand, and he staggers Tully Blanchard pretty well with that. I believe Putski and Hernandez are the legal men, but kind of lost track in a sense. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm going to see what the referee does. He can make himself back in, or maybe a second referee come in. Hernandez catching Funk again, knocking him back out of the ring. And Putski able to get the pinfall. But there's Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton and Ken Lucas been having a big feud with Blanchard and Hernandez, and Morton came in, and I think he made the 3 count, which wouldn't make it legal. Oh, Morton just took one to it. Looked like he might have had something in his hand there. Blanchard and Hernandez both beating on Morton, ripping his shirt off. I'm not sure if Ken Lucas is on the card tonight or in the building, but another elbow drop from Hernandez. I think they're going to throw this out as a no contest. We still don't have a referee back in the ring. Hernandez coming off the top rope, and man, he really clocked Morton with that. Morton looks like he's bleeding now. Elbow drop by Hernandez. And they're just pummeling Ricky Morton. He really needs some help out here right now. There comes some people look like from the ringside here. He's just coming. Oh, there's Ken Lucas right there. Ken going to town on Hernandez there, and that catches Blanchard. I'm sorry, I had to reverse. Now he catches Blanchard again. Look like he bit him that time. Couple punches to the midsection. Now one to the right. Now right to the side of the head. Another right. And now Blanchard and Hernandez trying to gang up on Lucas. Now you see Putski coming over there to see Morton's all right. Morton is bleeding. His shirt tore off of him. Now Lucas, he's looking for some blood too. He's biting right into Blanchard. Now comes Hernandez over. Boy, this is a pretty good brawl going on here right now. Now Punk's back up. And it looks like Hernandez and Blanchard are going to be looking for higher ground here. They're outnumbered badly now. They're going to rule this match in no contest. Another wild tag team match from Southwest Championship Wrestling featuring Terry Funk and Ivan Putski against the dynamic duo with Blanchard and Hernandez. And now they're checking on the Ricky Morton, who definitely got busted wide open there. Looked like he got hit 2 or 3 times with something, and it looked like Hernandez had something in his hand, and he went to the top rope and came down on top of him. So Ricky took a pretty good beating there, but he came in to help his friends. He made an unofficial 3 count, and this is going to end up as a no contest.
And Jerry Sang, and you come from where, Sang?
From everywhere. All the cities. It's not your business anyway.
You're one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, we want to tell all the people down south, let me tell you one thing. We came from the AWA, all right? All over the world. Over the world. We're coming from the AWA because they said we have to have this belt and that belt to take on some contenders. The Russians up there. We're coming down there to show the South something. Some flash and some class. And that's what this place needs. That's what they are.
All the opening comments from the Nasty Boy.
Oh, they are, something that makes me sick around here. I see all these brain-dead morons sitting around playing guitar. I'm talking about country western music. That's the first thing that's got to go over here. I hate country western music. I hate you.
Sorry about that.
The second thing that's going to happen is we're going to make these stiffly tag teams. We're going to put them to shame around here. And the third thing, we're taking over Elvis's mansion. All them other Parsleys or whatever their name is, Parsley, Presley, get fat and croak off too. We're coming in. We're moving in.
That's quite enough for openers from the day.
Freak out! Freak out! Message to Ox Baker, man. A message to Ox Baker. Concentrate hard. CW World Heavyweight Champion, man. In a match with the greatest legend of all time, man. Get yourself a reputation, man. Get yourself a reputation. Go do the thing. And I got a good idea who you can start with, man, right now. Start with the one-man gang, Ronnie Garvin. Because exposing! Garvin's afraid of